Hey everyone, Matt from Redpaw here. So today I want to do a light review. Of all things, you're saying, Matt, why a light review? Well, I think the more time that you spend behind a sewing machine or really just working on anything, you just need to see. And I'm young, I have good vision, but that makes no difference if you have poor lighting. So the more time I spend sewing, the more I realize that having that good light right next to you so you can visualize everything as you're sewing is pretty much mission critical. So today I've lit up this scene with my Phive architecture lights, and that is Phive brand PHIVE. And I actually have two different models, so I'm going to kind of give a mini review of both and why I think that having these kind of lights is really important. So let me first start this off by looking at some other lights because I've recommended this type of light in the past that kind of has a button and can articulate down to the needle, and these are really great if you just want a small, lightweight setup to put on your machine. I think that's a really great option. I have it on both of these machines, but that's not necessarily enough light if you're working on something big. And in the past, I've also recommended these LED strip lights as well that go under the throat of the machine. And look, those are fantastic too, and I think they really serve a great place. But nothing, in my opinion, beats an articulating light with this much brightness. So the best part about this whole thing is that it has this articulating arm, and I've attached that to this far end of the sewing machine, and what it allows you to do is just move it wherever you want. I mean, this arm is really flexible. The light itself is really flexible. The color temperature can change, 4 different modes, and then also this one has a dimmer for the light itself. I think all those features are really nice, and I've used this light for I think a full year, and having moved it around pretty much every day constantly to get it exactly where I want it for sewing, which generally is pretty low. It's right next to the machine, and it's a little overexposed on the camera because it is very bright on a white surface. I think this kind of light is really important to have, and it gives you exactly what that other light would give you, but with way more brightness, way more adjustability, and you can move it around wherever you want. So I've had this light for about a year, and I've pretty much abused the mechanism for the swinging and adjustment daily, and you can adjust it yourself with the little hex bits, and that allows you to have a really great amount of adjustability. I found this light to be durable, and I think it was around $100, and to me that's a little expensive for a light, but coming from a video making background, I understand how important lights are. Seeing how durable it is and how bright it is, adjustable, etc., etc. I honestly don't think I can do any sewing without this light. I think it's really nice to have, and if you don't have one, you definitely should consider it, because once you get one, you can't do without it. So here's my other light from Phive, and you'll notice that on this top, it doesn't have a dimmer, and it doesn't have color temperature changing modes. And that's not necessarily a deal breaker, although I definitely like having it on the other one. This is a lot cheaper, I think $40 or $50 cheaper, and so if you're looking for a less expensive option, this will do the exact same job, and I really love having it. In fact, I'm thinking about getting another one of these cheap ones so that I can have one on each of the sewing tables. So I'm going to turn on both the LED strip light that's underneath the throat plate, which allows you to see to the right of the needle, which is equally as important in my opinion. But then I'm going to turn on the Phive light, full brightness, and then show you typically where I bring it down to. It's going to be really overexposed on the camera because it's a white surface, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. But it allows you to get this whole left side and then also this whole remainder of the table to the left of the machine completely illuminated. So I think that's really important to have, and especially when you work on materials like Dyneema where mistakes can be really expensive. I think that having a nice bright light that is adjustable like this Phive light, it can really help out with your sewing project and help you avoid mistakes. Thank you for watching, guys. I think that these lights are really great for your workspace, your makerspace, and honestly, I can't live without them. I live in a basement, so I need as much light as I can get, and these lights are focused when you need them to be, and then they're also nice diffusal if you put them nice and high up for your whole project or your whole space. At $93 for the Phive light with the dimmer, and $58 for the cheaper light with no dimmer and no color temperature. It's a regular daylight, 5600 Kelvin temperature. I think that either of these would be really well suited for your space or for your industrial machine. I absolutely love mine, and I can't see myself working on any project without them. Honestly, it's kind of changed the way I do sewing because of these lights. It allows you to see so much more and be a lot more accurate with your stitches, and it helps you just avoid mistakes. So if you want to buy any of these lights, I'll have Amazon affiliate links in the description below. If you look at the links, there's absolutely no cost to you. If you buy anything, there's no cost to you. It just gives me a kickback directly from Amazon for referring you. So if you want to check out the links from Amazon, it definitely helps out the channel and allows me to keep making these kinds of videos and provides me some incentive for sharing the stuff that I've learned over the past couple years doing sewing with Red Paw. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.